welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be playing some more GTA 5. The last video, it was a no commentary, but we had our car get caught on fire. Part of the video got cut off. I don't know why, but it's probably because I didn't have enough storage, but that's okay. But we have the car in our garage. Took a lot of work, but we got it in there. If you haven't seen last video, you should go check it out. I was just making sure it was running, and it's running pretty well. And I was probably deciding if I wanted to use it or not. And I decided probably not to. But that will probably be later on. But I don't know what I'm doing right now, but that's what I have. Right now, I was trying to follow the road laws and stuff like that. I parked in the exact same parking as the last video. And yeah, I kind of decided if I want to get a haircut or not. I was like, oh. And this dude was like, hey, get out of my face. I'm like, woo. Like, woo. Like, get out of my face. I go, woo. I'm like, woo. Yeah, so I was like, bam. Pow, 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 pow. Went back in my car. I was chilling, like, I be chilling, like, yeah. 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 So, I felt like just driving around in the Corvette. And yeah, so, I be chilling. Yeah. I think I park it at the gas station. I think. Yeah, I do, okay. Make sure, okay. So I do park at the gas station, but yeah. I don't know why there was a pause right there, but there is. But okay, yeah. In the gas station, I tried to buy stuff. I could not. So I was like, okay, whatever. What you see right now, I try to buy stuff. It does not work. So, what I do, I go outside and I go back in my vehicle and I chill. Like I be chilling. How? Yeah, but yeah, pull out and I head back home to Trevor's house. I was I was gonna pull in forwards, but like I was like, oh, I went past it, so I was pulled in backwards. Hop out and yeah, it's gonna be a lot of commentary. Kind of, not really, but I jump in my pimped up vehicle that I pimped up before the first GTA video. While I was hitting the car back into the garage and stuff like that, which you will see at the end of the original video. I saw the ambulance, it went off, like it was going off, so I was like, oh, let's follow it. So I was following the ambulance, like I was riding its butt, which you will see. Okay, so I sped this up a little bit, but I was riding it. I was riding that ass. Like, I was riding. But yeah, yeah, I was following that ambulance for a good little bit. I was like, ooh, give me that ambulance ass. I was like, ooh. But yeah, I be doing, but I kind of gave up later. I was like, right when I got to the highway, I was like, nah, let's give up. 3, 2, 1. Yep, gave up. I was like, oh, what's this? On my map, I was like, oh, let's see that. I did a full 180, and I was like, skirt, and I turned around. I pulled into the wrong driveway. I was like, oh, okay. So I kind of just figured it out. I ran into the gate, and I just skirted in there, skirted into theirs, and then yeah. I put on subtitles because just to make it easier. Um, 3, 2, 1. Subtitles are coming on. Okay, well, bad timing, but yeah. So subtitles are now on. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna let the dialogue play. Hopefully, you guys can hear it, but I play it as loud as possible. So yeah. Okay, so technically what we're doing is we are nice 180, but like what we're doing is we're finding a dude supposed to be in a quarry, but right now we're saving, but I didn't know where was a quarry and stuff like that, so I was like I'd be searching, about, but yeah, I find him eventually, stuff like that. So find him eventually, which I will probably speed up the video, stuff like that, to cut down some time, stuff like that, because I want to use the most amount of video as possible to give you everything. But I was figuring out the camera and stuff like that. I was like, oh, I was like, ooh, and I looked at my text, looked at my email, I was like, see if anything was new. I was like, no, nothing was new. I seen the same thing, yeah, last video. So I was like, ooh, and yeah, so I called the lady, and I was like, where's this thing? But I had to pull more away to get where he was. But yeah, so I pull farther away and stuff like that, and then I pull into this mini airport kind of thing, which will be coming up in a couple of seconds. I pull up in there and I get the phone call. The phone call. Well, yeah, I get the phone call in 3, 2, 1. Why did I back up in there? I backed up into there for some odd reason, and I didn't get phone call. I got the email. But I got email of a somewhat location of where the person would be. Oh, saying like there's a dude in a quarry. He's pretty slippery character by all accounts, so you might have to run after him and stuff like that, because he's pretty skittish and stuff like that. But then I was like, oh, So I scroll through my thing, the map and stuff like that, like figuring out, oh, maybe they marked it on the map. No, they didn't, because it was in a quarry. So I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go mark something else. So I marked something else.
Don't do that. Back
Yeah,
up.
I will probably
Back up.
speed this up so
Back
then
up.
it can shorten up some video time, because I don't want it to be an hour video, so like I'd be chilling.
If they're in front of the camera,
Yeah,
I have to scrap the recording.
I will probably see you back when I find the quarry or the dude, or if something else interesting happens.
Messing it up. You crazy.
Well, some interesting happened. I blew up a gas container. And yeah, so I had 1 star on me, and I had police on me. So what I do was try to hide out and stuff like that. But it didn't really work that well, so I just ran. Ran for a little bit, kind of sucked at driving after hitting a parked car to be exact, a moving car, and there was casually a dude watching me for some odd reason, and I kind of like got stuck on a bridge and stuff like that. Went through a farm kind of thing, launched my car. I launched it like, whew, kind of thing. I just wanted to get away. I got caught. I got cops on me again, because I didn't fully lose them last time. I just ran into another set of cops. Like, bro, like, why do that? Um, and yeah, so I was like, oh, maybe the quarry's somewhere, like, maybe it's somewhere on the side of the map. It's like, I was partly correct, but like partly not. I was like, oh, what's over here? Because I didn't know what was over here and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, let's just drive over here. Like, oh, there's a house, two houses. I was like, oh, we'd be chilling. Like, yeah. Um, I didn't know it was over here too. So I was like, let's go down there. It was just a couple trucks and stuff like that. And yeah. And then I kind of got caught on the bridge because I kind of like stuck driving. Makes sense. And that dude got in the way, so I was like, get out of my way and stuff like that. And now there is going to be another um, time lapse. I start out slow, get faster, much faster, because I was just messing. I didn't know where to go, so I was just going up the hill because I was going crazy. Just how it is, how it worked, and yeah. So now I'm just going up a hill. Once I got up to the top of the hill, I thought it was Mount Chiliad, but I was like, nah. I looked behind me, I was like, that's Mount Chiliad. I was like, ooh, like, bro, like, why is that there? Like, it took so long just to get up there. I was like, bro, like, I could not, like, leave. I wanted to leave it out, but I was like, let's just leave it in. Because it would just make no sense. If I was just on top of a mountain. I kind of slid a couple times. I only have two top, the reason why I have my brights on is because my regular headlights broke after I kept on hitting stuff like that rock, stuff like that. Yeah. Um, I finally get up the hill, and like it took so long. I had to times it by four, four, right? Yeah, I think it's four. But yeah, I make it up. 3, 2, 1. Yep, I make it up. And yeah, 2 headlights. They're all my brights. I was like, maybe I could take the dirt bike. I was like, nah, I know I wouldn't make it. But now, I was like, oh, I'm Trevor. I'm the king of the world. Like, yeah, Trevor, king of the world. Nope, it did not work out. Because I was like, oh, like, Trevor, king of the world. I look behind me. That's Mount Chiliad. I'm like, bro, why? Like, I got up at king of the world. I was like, that kind of looked weird too. And I was like, oh. But yeah, I figured out where the quarry was, and I started driving to the quarry. And I made it. First, I felt like, oh, quickest way down. I lunged it off the mountain, like, lunged it off. I was like, skills, multiple skills, all the skills, barrel roll. I was like, drift, 180, and like, bam. I still, like, hit stuff on the way down, but, like, some action in my life, like, yeah, some action. I launched it over the railroad tracks, and I still landed it. I was like, whoa. I landed it. I was like, bruh. Like, how could I do that? But yeah, I head down to the quarry. I felt like sideswiping people on the way there, which you will see coming up in a little bit after I check out Trevor and stuff like that. I sideswipe people. I was like, ooh. I was like, I almost sideswiped that dude. Like, ooh. I was like, oh no. Until like, there's a dude that comes up on my. I come up on my left, I think, and I was like, ooh. Yep, this dude. I was go bam, get sideswiped, and he got mad at me. I was like, ooh. Like, oh no. I was like, oh, there's another one. After I checked my map, I was like, oh, there's another one. I was like, bam, get smacked. I did. I hit his back of his truck, so I didn't get him. I tried it again. I kind of failed. I tried a third time. I actually got it, and he got stuck behind me for a little bit. I tried. I think I tried sideswiping that truck. I did. I tried to sideswipe it. I tried to sideswipe a truck that is twice as big as me, and that dude comes mad as can be, points the middle finger at me. I was like, bro, why? And yeah, um, yeah. So I be chilling. Yeah, I figured out how to get to the quarries over that. And yeah. Um, I almost missed that turn. I had to wait for that to go up, and I didn't know there was a second part of the quarry, but like, oh, man, there's a second part. I was like, oh, interesting. But I didn't know until I saw it later in like a couple of minutes, probably like a minute or two. And I was like, oh, let's figure out where this dude is. So I just went around looking for him in my car, in Trevor's car, like broom broom. I was tempted to grab one of those big machines. I was like, oh, I was like so tempted. I saw that. I was like, maybe I could jump that. I was like, wait, let's jump it. So I was like, ooh, I'm gonna jump it. So that's what I did. I turned around and did a 120, or close enough like that. A 3-point turn and backed up. I slapped on that gas and I jumped it like woo, kind of thing like that. I launched it, I landed it, I'm perfectly fine. I was like, oh, what does this road lead to? I follow the road, and bruh, it leads to another quarry. Like, I didn't know that until I went there. I was like, I didn't even go in there on purpose. I was like, oh, dang. And then I ran into there. I didn't know that there was like an invisible piece of pole like an invisible pole. I was like, oh, dang. But I jumped it too. I was like, boom.
Hey,
And then he starts talking and stuff like that. I'll let him talk. Oh, never mind. Okay, I went to go catch him. It be going well right now. Like, I go up to him, like,
hi.
I kind of tried to sideswipe him.
Nope. Get
It kind of worked. And then, yeah, but Trevor be crazy. I be crazy. I tried to box him in, but with one vehicle. I was like, oh, he stopped now. Grabbing pistol, I was like, boom, boom. I popped one of his tires.
out.
Or at least I think I did. At least I thought I did at that time. I think I popped it later on, but like, how would we know? And yeah, so I try to get him. I hit him with my butt. I blinded him while I was doing it. I tried to hit his tire again. I actually got his tire at that time. Train was going by and so that. I was like, oh, I'm gonna hit him. Like, bam. Oh, nope, I missed. Because I kinda suck. I didn't know where he went. So I went this way. And that was the wrong way after I hit that Jeep. I was like, oh, I went the wrong way. I was like, bruh. Bruh.
Dang.
Yep, failed. Okay, well, we redid this. We started back in the car again. I jumped it again. I had to turn off the radio because of copyright and some of that. But I was backed up and I slapped on the gas after turning on my brakes because I like blinding people while I jump off heights. And I jumped off. I was like, oh, maybe I'll stop him by doing this. Huh, like that's gonna help. No, it did not. I tried to shoot him. It did not work. So what did I resort to? I chased him, like the last time. And it kinda worked, it kinda didn't, but I wouldn't really know. Until a little bit. I sideswiped him, kind of. I was like bam, bam, like get ka-chowed, like broom broom. I was like, oh, he's pinned, kind of. I was like, oh, let's shoot his tires, like shoot his front tires so he doesn't turn. He literally backs up and he hits me. Like he hit me. Like why? So I jump in my vehicle again. And my vehicle is pimped, like pimped up. Engine upgrades, a bunch of all of that jazz, and I was like, wheel. So I popped over to him. First I had to get that person out of my way, so which I did, and I blinded my people on the way. I tried to shoot his tires. I got it. It worked. And I tried to shoot him. But it works. So we made it. He is here now. And then we deliver him back home. After I get wanted. So what did I resort to? I resorted to going in to the rail system, or the after hitting and getting stuck. But I got unstuck. But after I felt like resorting to driving on the railroad tracks right behind the train, the indestructible train, which worked for a little bit and stuff like that, but like didn't work for too long because I just kind of like stopped and I was like, oh, let's just wait because I see cops on my thing and they weren't too far away. I chose that spot. I was like, oh, maybe she's there. I was off by a little bit, but like, yeah, I was off. I was like, oh, dang. So later on, after I got the cops off me, I went back to deliver him and I completed the mission. which you will see now.
Padre. 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 Public. Money.
Okay, so I ran through some cactuses and stuff like that. I went to go deliver the dude. I actually delivered him. I actually got a decent amount of money off of it. And yeah, so I will you can
Yay.
see that cutscene and that.
Okay. Bro. 10K.
If you heard that, that was my actual reaction. I was like, bro, because that was a lot of money, and I got an achievement, which equates to me getting more gamer points. But now I be chilling. I get out. I
You
first
have a
stopped at.
lot of
I think I
money.
stopped. No, I did not. Okay. Well, I wasn't following laws anymore. Okay. I was like, oh, okay. But yeah,
I'm gonna go hunt for somebody,
I was
okay? Maybe, I don't know.
speeding down the road. I was like, oh, let's go look for some more missions. And that's what I did after going straight through between two cars, like toasty, like very toasty, like toast, 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 toasty. But yeah, me speeding down the roadway.
Wait.
Don't care about the laws anymore. I was like, what?
Look.
I hit that pole casual. I just like casually hit that pole. I'm like, wow. But I go to the bar. After I was like, let's just get that waypoint. Let's just go to that waypoint, and then because I accidentally pushed a little bit too far away, so I just did a full 180. I like, let's go around, and I pulled into the bar after parking decently. I parked pretty decently, but I was like, let's go into the bar, and there is the cutscene.
Oh yeah, he seems it. You know. Go to the math lab.
So I skipped some of
Math lab.
the
Oh yeah, that's
cutscene.
lovely.
I was like, oh, let's just skip it. And they have a math lab. I was like, ooh, like they're they're selling math. They're giving out math. So this is what you will see, like while you're driving there in the middle of the night with
I know
high
money.
beams on. Well, after I hit that tractor, I thought I would go past it pretty smooth. I was like, no. I checked back and looked at Trevor and stuff like that. I'd be chilling. Yeah. So I drive down to the math lab and I make it. Licorice. I did not actually park there, it's just how the cutscene went. I parked in the parking lot. But he comes around and there is the cutscene.
Okay, let's go. Let's go. Give me that. And there you go. Bam. Kapow pow. Bam. Kapow pow. Bam. Kapow pow. Bam. Kapow pow. Kabam. Kapow pow. Kabam. Kapow pow. Oh, pow pow pow. Pow 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 pow. Pow 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 pow. Pow 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 pow. Oh, come on. Oh, oh. Nope, okay. Yeah. Get downstairs, get downstairs, get downstairs, downstairs, downstairs. Definitely up, definitely up. Where is the stairs? Stairs. Oh, there's stairs. Hey. Hey, stairs. Oh, get down, okay. No, not that down. Nope. Oh, 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 oh. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah, what you doing? Hey, welcome back.
I think we have seen quite enough.
You haven't even hit me room. Shane Jr.
Okay, so what's happening now? I finished the last thing, last mission, and I found this person, and I was like, oh, let's do this dude's mission. I actually parked pretty good on that one. Pretty nice. Gucci cheese. And the cutscene, I kind of skipped it, and rampage. So this one is you had to neutralize, 25 people, at least 25 people, which I did pretty smoothly. I did not check the time, like, to see how long it was and stuff like that, but I checked it when it was, like, towards the end, so that, but I already got 11 kills right now, like, I'd be chilling, yeah, but I get a lot of kills overall, and this is just me shooting stuff like that, yeah.
There we go. Let's go. 2 out of 3, okay. I beat you. You little please. Okay. There's so many bodies. Too many though. Please. Yep. Okay. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe. Thanks for watching this video. There's probably gonna be a voiceover me. Yeah, like that. But we did a couple things like that. Yeah, the video has been going on for, I would say, it says 50 minutes right now, but I will probably cut it down 30 or something like that. But yeah, so I be chilling. Hope you hope you guys be chilling too. But thank you guys for watching. We killed a lot of people today. 40 like 39 to be exact. So close around there. If you want to go back, you can see, put in the comments all that. We jumped off the hill. Did a couple missions. Next video, we're gonna play another GTA 5, and we're gonna go talk to Cletus. Yeah. So, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, night, whatever it is, and goodbye.